Bam, we are live. Let me get everything set up here. Pause that so that doesn't start playing in the background. All right. Now, I apologize if this stream is a little laggy. It's streamed off the laptop and everything, so that's like Wi-Fi connection. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's all I can really say about that. This is the 90th episode of Life Lessons with Juvy. There was a lot of topics, so I figured let's just do a live one. We're officially 10 episodes away from 100 life lessons. I guess in reality, there's probably already more than that if you incorporate like the Instagram ones and whatever. But we're talking about official ones. Should I put the post out? Hey. There we go. Didn't have my little thing to let me take a picture or nothing for a second at the bottom. And then we're going to get into the topics. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube arena, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm just kidding. This isn't a UFC fight. Oh, I'm so glad it isn't too. But I'm actually so glad. I know there's some guys out there who watch UFC and everything. They're like, oh, I could beat them up. I know where my skill level is compared to some of the elite fighters of the world. All right. Oh, no, I'll save it for the vlogs. I was about to go into a Game of Thrones season 6 today. But we're not going to do that on the life lessons. Okay. One viewer. Welcome. Little Jenny Wren. Have you ever had a psychic reading? Do you believe in psychic powers? No. I've never had a psychic reading. I've never gone for one. Actually, I always have wanted to. It's just a part of me I don't know. Like a psychic, for like a psychic reading, it's one of those things that like they get away with saying like very, very vague, and like it's up to you to kind of like connect it to your life. You know what I mean? Itchy nose. Apologize. But yeah, I don't know. I would go for one just to see what is said, and I'm also like I am curious about it. But no, I've never gone for one. Do I believe in psychic powers? I don't know, because there's some shit like that's happened in this world you can't really explain. Like people dreaming about certain things and then it comes true. Kids talking about like past lives and everything, and then like how they know all this stuff. I know there's been ones that have hoaxes. I don't know. But there's also, I think there's been ones that they've just, it's been like crazy and like way too like accurate. Because like it said that we only use 10% of our minds. And I think if we could tap into more of that, I think like psychic powers that are like we could make communication, like, you know what I mean? Like two of us could be sitting in a room with a crowd full of people, but like we can just like have like a conversation in our minds. See that happening. Like I said, that whole 10% of our brains, like that's all we use. Like what else? What are we doing with the rest? I don't know. I don't know if we could like bend spoons and stuff with our mind though. Like I don't think we're like that far in the Matrix, but Never know. I don't know if I believe, like I said, like in the whole psychic going to like a store and like hearing what they have to say, because a lot of the time, like I said, it's like very vague things. Jenny Rayan, if you could bring back one extinct species, what would it be? Fuck, that's a good question. I say, okay, I'm gonna go with bring back one. Damn, I got three in my mind right now. Saber-toothed tiger, woolly mammoth, and Gigantopithecus. If you're not familiar with what Gigantopithecus is, some knowledge for you. That's what I'm going to go with, Gigantopithecus. I think it'd be important for us to like is very present and visible. We're reminded we're not the biggest thing in the wilderness. You know what I mean? Like we are not like apex primate or whatever you want to say. I guess intelligence wise we could be, but just I don't know. Pithecus for sure. The best way to describe just for like right now, think of like Bigfoot, like Sasquatch kind of thing. Little homie. Okay, let's extend the convo. You and I. Symbiotes and the Hulk. That's a good one. How would the Hulk being or Venom affect the surroundings of Dr. Banner? How would this help / hinder Hulk? Thread, possible movie, even translate properly into film. That one first. It all depends on the director and like who's involved with the film. Yes, be a really, really dope film. The way, like, I don't know, I couldn't like a Disney kind of thing. I think it'd have to be done more as like probably PG-13 or rated R. Especially if it's Carnage, because like Carnage is fucking nuts. I think that would be really dope if it was done kind of like as I don't want to say like a dark film, but like a darker kind of hero movie. The symbiote is this like shadow that like the heroes have heard about and like whatever, and then for some reason or another, it would make sense that Dr. Banner would come into contact with it. It's like a foreign species to this planet. He's a scientist. So I think it would be really cool because then it ends up being like I want to go with Carnage because I don't know. I feel like Venom, we've seen it on film. It didn't translate well, or at least, like I said, it just wasn't done properly. I think it would really be cool to see Carnage as well because we've never really gotten to see a lot of him. I feel he doesn't get enough love. Either way, I think it would be cool though. Like the symbiote and Dr. Banner are like he has like a piece of it or something in the science lab. He's trying to examine it. Things go wrong. It gets in contact with him, takes him over. That would strike panic and anger Banner, thus spawning Hulk. Take into consideration the symbiote. We're going with Carnage. Remember, if for those that aren't familiar, Venom is like a black symbiote thing. It's kind of like this like ooze creature that can someone like a host and then give them like a really cool suit and everything. Well, I think it's cool. The black Spider-Man suit, if anyone's seen that. And Carnage is kind of the same thing, but he's red, and I believe he's supposed to be like way more intense. Either way, continue. So yeah, symbiote comes into contact with Dr. Banner. Boom, strikes panic, anger, spawning Carnage Hulk. Spawning Carnage Hulk, who then releases Hulk Carnage. That was a good one. Anyway. The reason I think it would help Hulk is it would kind of make him like, oh, it would make, I feel like it would like make, he's already sort of like somewhat of an unstoppable force. But think of like if somebody figured out like a way to make that unstoppable force just a bit more unfuckwithable. Like that's what I think would happen. How would it hinder Hulk is there's that balance, you know what I mean? Like Dr. Banner is still there inside of the Hulk as the Hulk is still there in Dr. Banner. With the symbiote like constantly like attached to it and driving like the thoughts into his mind and everything, Hulk isn't going to be able to calm down. He's not going to be able to listen to Tony Stark's jokes or whatever, like Scarlet Witch's like hand on his cheek. Like none of that shit's going to work to like help him calm down and like refocus. The symbiote will just like, it's kind of the same thing, like how it'll drive him crazy and how you'll be an even more unstoppable force. It's kind of the same thing, just as a negative aspect. He's going to be an unstoppable force that nobody can reason with or get to fucking calm down. So, and or focus on the task at hand. Yeah, that's about it. Venom, I think it makes him more aggressive and just a bit more stronger. Carnage, I think it fucking sends him crazy. This is a good episode, guys. Let's take a little breather here. Yes. Who's all up in here? Hit up the chat, guys. What have you guys thought about the topics so far? Give me your thoughts. Let's discuss. Trust me, I know a lot. I know all. Ask the man that knows all, depending on what question you ask. That should be a carnival act. We're on YouTube. I wish I had like a little like Keebler elf that I could just like snap my fingers and he appears and just starts like dancing over my shoulder. Keeps everybody entertained while I wait on replies. Oh, other thing. Taboo Season 2 confirmed. So, all you folks out there watch Season 1, because when Season 2 rolls around, best believe you're going to hear about it. I'm already excited about it. And I know Ren is too. Hashtag duck lips Hardy. All right, we're going on to the next topic. We've had enough of an awkward silence, I'm sure. Little Jenny Wren. Are humans or destruction? We're equally good at both. Think about all the things that we've made. Everything involved right now with me communicating with you guys and you guys taking in what I'm saying. Everything around me right now. You know what I mean? What's up? Shout out to Stay Blessed Productions. Shout out to Dean Wild as well. One of the fucking dopest people I've gotten to talk to. I'm so glad that I'm able to shout them out. I'm able to shout out Dean Wild. Honestly, just fucking beautiful people. I can't say enough great things, honestly. What was I talking about? Oh, creation or destruction. So everything around me right now, like we've created. If you look at any of like the aftermath photos of war from like World War II, present day, whatever it is, one of those things like great as the other things we're able to create, we are able to destroy so many things just as well. And even with that, destroying cities or destroying a civilization. Let's scroll back the timeline to Genghis Khan times. There's one famous story of a raid they put, I can't remember specifically. I don't even remember if the number of enemies is listed, but they tied up all their enemies like pretty much like feet to head. You know what I mean? Like when you're think about when you're a kid, you're sleeping at a friend's house. You got one you got your feet that side, and one's got their face at that side, kind of thing. So they stacked them all up and tied them up like that. Put floorboards over top of them, so it was like they were like the thing that was holding the floor up. And then that's when they proceeded to have a celebration and like have a feast and everything to celebrate this victorious raid. And like celebrating on top and everything, and these guys are getting crushed and just getting danced on and stomped on and everything, and just we are equally as skilled as creating beautiful things as beautifully destroying something. And I don't mean beautiful as in like it's like astonishing and like we should behold it and embrace it, whatever. In the sense that we can take something and just, it's chaos. Nobody knows what's going on. Like we go from this peaceful existence to people are running by us. Things are on fire. People are screaming everywhere. And it's just this extreme chaos. And it's just, I think we're equally skilled in both aspects of this world. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Loyalist City photos. If this is too late, I do apologize. Nope. What's your favorite part about living in Barrie / being from Barrie? Man. Okay. Right off the top of my head, my favorite thing about like living in Barrie and everything is when, like, I know they'll say, oh, like Barrie doesn't have a whole lot or anything, but it actually, like, when you take a look and you explore the city, there's so many things to explore. So just for example, excuse me, I could walk to one area of town and just go through this amazing like forest, and it has like river running through it. It's like just amazing. You never know what you can find. People will actually make like really like dope ass forts. Back in the day, me and a couple of friends, we actually had like one. It was pretty much like logs stacked on each other, almost like log cabin style, but it was just like the three sides, almost like if you're like a war movie and you can like duck behind that wall. But we had a fire there. We had like tacos and everything in there. But you can walk any other day and someone will have made like a dope ass teepee that you can actually sit and chill in. That's Sunnydale Forest, actually. I should have said that before. But at the same time, like from Sunnydale Forest, I walk over to Letitia Heights area and cut through another forest that's completely different. And all I have to do is cross the street. Now I'm in tunnels that are underneath the city. Even there's a field connected to Sunnydale Forest where there's tunnels you can go under. And it's like those tunnels are everywhere. The ones out in the south end by a school called Bear Creek, you can just straight up walk into these things, and it's big like rectangular rooms, and people have like candles everywhere. It looks like something out of a horror movie. I don't know. There's just so much like so much different scenery to see. I've lived in this city for years, and even like last year or 2 years ago, when I was going on like early morning fishing trips and everything, I was going to lakes that I didn't even know existed in Barrie. So yeah, for me, it's just we have this like just like sense of not sense like we have this immersed like just view of nature that we get to enjoy, and it's not even just forests or whatever. Like you can go down to the skate park and see like this really dope graffiti that people have done. There, like I said, like the underground tunnels that are all over the city, like those are so cool. In high school, I spent a lot of time going through those with my friends. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of really cool hidden gems around the city, and it's one of those things. Like if you're willing to explore, like you can definitely find them. They're not hard for sure. I love it, and there's so many different types of people here. Makes everything interesting. Loyalist City photos. the last topic, unless one of you snuck one in. All right, we're good. Okay, loyalty photos. One more, if I may. You may. Today marks the 20-year anniversary of Biggie Smalls' death. Rest in peace, Biggie. Notorious B.I.G. Biggie! Did his music have an impact on your life? Do you like his music at all? Okay, I'm going to go through this one at a time. Oh, no, Puff. Did his music have an impact on your life? I was a fan of his music. Like, I can answer two of those at once. I'm a fan of his music. I think I was like 16 or 17 when I stumbled upon like the early tapes with like Microphone Murderer and everything. No, that was really dope. That changed the way I looked at Biggie, to be honest. Did his music impact me? I would love to say it did, but I don't know. It didn't have like a crazy impact on me. Like, it was nothing. Like, I heard it and I was like, yo, this is dope music. But at the same time, it was nothing where I was like, holy shit, like, this is fucking crazy. Like, when I heard Big L, that changed how I looked at like freestyling and hip hop as well. But then when I got a little bit older and I found guys like Tone Deaf, because I grew up listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'd always loved like the fast rap as well, especially Invincible. Or sorry, no, not Invincible. Holy shit, Infinite. Can't believe I just did that. Okay, so either way, Bone Thugs, Eminem's first tape, Infinite, like the fast rap kind of stuff. Like, I'd always liked that, like that style. And then when I stumbled upon Tone Deaf and he was doing the fast rap, but he had like worked out a system and everything for it. And it wasn't just like kind of saying things that went together so he could rap fast. He was rapping fast, but he had figured out how to go to different beats and incorporate really dope punchlines and really complex like schemes and actually like paint like amazing like imagery with his words. One of my favorite songs by him is Optimist. A lot of people showed me the Machine Gun Kelly, like We Are the Champions freestyle, whatever. Go watch Tone Deaf's. It came out years before Machine Gun Kelly's, and he kills it. Either way, even on his website, like he has music sheets and everything. He breaks down like his system and like how he goes on instrumentals and like how he's able to like break beats down and match like his syllables and everything. And that changed the way I looked at music and rapping completely as well. But as for Big, like I wouldn't say like a huge fan. I'm a fan of his music. He didn't have like a crazy like life-changing impact on me though. Do you think he still impacts generations of today like he did in the 90s? I don't know, dude. There's way too many weird like going on in hip hop, like this mumble rap stuff. People's attention span, it's also not the same. I feel like today, if Biggie and Tupac came out today, they probably wouldn't be as popular on the underground scene for sure, but like mainstream wise, probably not. And I know we can have the argument like underground, mainstream, whatever. I'm just saying, like, for sake of conversation, like nowadays, if they came out, I don't know. I think it depends on the listener. If it's the kind of person that likes like the Young Thug or Young Homie Quan, whatever the fuck they're called, like probably not, man, because they're like the way they look at music, the way they look at life and everything is probably very different. He said like some shit that was like some like, you know, on some baller shit, but it's like, I don't know. He had some crazy lines at the same time. And just like the way he like put words together, like the way he rhymed like within his sentences, like some I don't know. I don't know how he would affect today's youth, to be honest. Sometimes his words just hypnotize me. Touche. I couldn't even help but read that. Like, good job. It was in his. Be able to see that? Probably not. It's in the comment, and I just right away just sometimes words just hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. Yep. Thanks for answering and for allowing us to ask you what we feel. Keep it up. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. Honestly, from the beginning, I always said just like, I don't know. I guess in the beginning it was me like airing out some thoughts, but then I wanted other people to give topics in, and I never want to stray from that. I don't know. That was one thing that always bugged me about certain like people. Like I don't know, not to condemn anybody, even try and be a hater or nothing like that. It's just the thing that bugs me about some YouTube channels is like they want, like they'll tell you to subscribe and everything because like that's what you do on YouTube, but then they either like they don't interact with their audience at all, or they just never like upload. It'll be like an upload every 3 months or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. And it all depends on the channel. Like obviously if you're shooting like really, really dope fan films, then you need the time to like shoot your projects. But like we all know the kind of channels I'm talking about. But either way, I just thought I always want to keep this as a platform where I can interact with everybody out there. All you guys and gals out there. And then, yeah. I don't know. That's never, ever going to change. Never, ever. Been fighting that cough for a couple minutes. Love my pink straw. All right. This has been the 90th episode. Juvy. I've been your host for all of them. Life lesson. Or fuck. Take 2. This has been Life Lessons with Juvy, the 90th episode. I've been your host, JuvyThaKid, as always. And thanks for taking this ride with me, folks. Officially, well, I guess 9 away from 100 now. Yep. See? Perfect timing. Stay Blessed Productions. Woo! Almost 100. You damn right. I'm there without all you guys and girls out there. So thank you very much for all the fucking topics, for all, like, anytime you guys take time out of your day to watch the videos, to hit me up, whatever it is. I love you all. All my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos. I love it. Everybody, keep being weird. I fucked that up. Y'all know where to hit me on social media.